All right, welcome everyone. Let's have a strap handy ready for later. Um, Pop it to one side. Probably have a block handy as well. It's all going to come in handy to find a little bit of space in our bodies, a little bit of space in our minds. All right, so settle into a child's pose with the big toes touching, knees open wide. And then you can walk the hands out in front. You could maybe even just use the block to rest your forehead on. You could have it on its higher edge if the head's further away from the floor. Okay, so take a little bit of time to get yourself settled into that space. Arranging your outer environment and also arranging your inner environment. Okay, so once you get comfortable within the space, just letting your eyes close, and as always, just thinking about the breath. And then turning those thoughts into action, slowing the breath down. The inhale filling you up. And the exhale emptying yourself. Sometimes it's nice to think with the breath in, you're filling yourself up with positivity, with good vibrations, good sensations. And with the exhale, letting go of any negativity, anything that you're holding on to that's not doing you any favors. The breath getting so slow and deep that the pauses in between the breaths just start to happen naturally. You might like to imagine yourself doing a child's pose just by the sea edge. And you're matching your breath with the waves. So the pause at the top of the inhale is that moment where the waves reach the very top of the shore. And the exhale, the pause at the very bottom of the exhale is where the waves go out to their furthest point. Hopefully the legs aren't talking too much and you can really focus on that. Use your imagination. Let's have one more breath here. One more cycle of the waves. Carefully bring your hands back towards your knees. Okay. Sitting on your heels for a moment, hopefully that's okay. You can rest your hands on your thighs. If this is enough, stay here. But if it's okay, just take your hands behind you, fingers towards the bottom. Draw the shoulders back and lift the chest up. Okay. Now, if that's too much, just come back so that your hands are on your thighs. Otherwise, you can try pushing down through your shins and just lifting your hips up. So counterposing your child's pose. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lowering the hips back into the heels. And you've got your knees close together now, so back into child's pose, but with the knees together, feet together, and forehead down onto the block, maybe or on the floor. Let the arms go as far forward as they can, and then just let the elbows relax. Keep that rhythm that you found with your breath. That slow, steady breathing. That's going to help bring you into a nice relaxed place. So even if your hips are screaming here or your feet are screaming, see if you can make the breath a little bit louder than the screams. Waves washing in with the breath in, and the waves washing out with the breath out. Keeping the knees together, just walk your hands over to the right side. That's it, and it's up to you how far over you go. We want to feel the stretch through the left side. So you might want to put the left hand on top of the right hand. And for me to get a little bit deeper, I look underneath my left arm and lift up the left shoulder and then lower the left shoulder down. And you can kind of pulse your way into that. Sorry about that. Letting the left shoulder drop down, then flossing your way into it. Do it a few times. Yes. One more breath. Good. And then come back to the center. Hopefully the left side feeling a little bit more like it has a bit more space. Walk over to the left side. So now that left side is crunching. Right hand on top of the left hand. And again, if you can just look underneath the right arm and lift the right shoulder up. And then lower the right shoulder down so you get that stretch all through the right side now. And if you can imagine the rib cage and all those muscles in between the ribs, we're getting that nice little bit of space, nice little bit of room to expand and stretch. Right, walking the hands back to the center. Be active with the arms now. So reach them as far forward as you can and lift your elbows off the floor. See if you can press the tummy, the chest, the head a little bit further down towards the legs. Big breath in, fill yourself up. And long breath out. And we'll come up onto all fours. Move with the rhythm of the breath, letting your belly sink, lifting the head, chest up. Draw your shoulder blades to your tailbone. And then as you exhale, round into your back and chin to chest. We push the mat away. Good. Do it 3 or 4 more times, just moving with your own rhythm, or your own breath. Just finding a little bit of mobility in the spine, finding that wave-like action through your spine. Good, maybe last one. Hopefully every time feeling a little bit more space. Coming back to neutral, staying with the hips above the knees and just walk your hands to the corners of the mat. Lower the chest towards the floor. Now you can rest the block underneath your chest if this is a little bit too deep. You could also just bring your forearms to the floor and find space there. Yeah, it's still early in the class, so if this pose isn't a problem for you normally, just be careful because it is a big stretch. Inhaling through the nose, imagining that breath like a wave washing up your spine to your tailbone. And as you breathe out, the wave washing back down into your head. Good, one more breath there, and you can come in and out of it. It doesn't have to be stillness. Good. We'll bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Do an angry cat here. It's a great counter pose to that, chin to chest. Back to a neutral spine. And then take your right leg back and press the toes into the floor. And as you do that, take a little circle. So you take the shoulders over the fingers, over to the sides, to the heels of the hands. And while that happens, you're moving through your right foot. So getting a little bit of mobility through the toes there. Rocking forwards onto the toes and then pushing the heel back. Take the circle the other way. Yes, notice that connection from the movement in your hands into your foot. Good, and then just keeping the arms strong, lifting your right leg up. Bend the right heel in, or leg, sorry, so the heel comes into your bum and draw a big circle with the right knee. Maybe it's a little bit clunky, you try and find a smooth pathway, but can you go a little bit bigger than you imagined? Yeah, maybe there's a little bit more room there, you just haven't realized you've got it. Take the circle the other way. Good. Bring your right knee to your right wrist, right foot towards the left wrist. Slide the back leg away into pigeon. We're going to take a twist here. Make sure your right foot is nice and close to your left hip. Yeah, so normally we would aim to bring the shin parallel to the top of the mat. You're going to take your left arm underneath you to the right side. Now you can use a block to rest your head on. If this twist feels really uncomfortable, then just bring your left arm out. Otherwise, you could take your right hand behind you, snuggle it around your back, see if you find your right toe, your right big toe. You hook your thumb, your first finger around the toe to try and open up the shoulder. Don't worry if you can't reach your foot. Yeah, that's not the aim. The aim is to open up the shoulder. Catching hold of the foot just helps you to do that a little bit easier. But maybe you could slide your hand around your the top of your trousers or hold on to your t-shirt. The main thing is to push into the back of that left arm. Yeah, and okay, if it's all too much, arms out in front is perfect. Take one more breath, see if the right shoulder can open a little bit more. Good. And then walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. You've got your right hand next to your right knee, left hand in line with your left shoulder. Tuck the back toes and sweep your right knee over to your left wrist. Put the outer right thigh onto the floor. Too much, put a block underneath your right hip. Bring your forearms to the center of your mat, and you can untuck the left toes, let the left knee relax on the floor. Breathing in, see if you can draw the chest forwards. It's nice, especially if you're on the block, to have your forearms on the floor. If you're there without the block, maybe you can take those arms out in front. And see what feels right. Yeah, what feels right for you. And with the breath in, imagine the breath traveling down your spine towards that left foot. And as you exhale, it's traveling back up into your head, out through your nose, and you're just letting gravity help you get into this outer right thigh, deep into the right hip. One more breath. So bring your left hand back to your left knee, palm flat, right hand underneath your right shoulder. Start to straighten your right leg, and then turn the left toes up, sit both hips down into the mat. Yes, so we're in a little diagonal. Just walk your hands forwards into a nice wide leg forward fold. So you might be on your forearms, you might be on your hands. Try not to hunch into your upper back wherever you are. If you're hunching, use your hands to try and lift the chest up. Good, breathing in. Breathing out, maybe you sink down a little bit deeper. Maybe you can feel the heat in the right leg where we've been working on stretching out that right hip. And the left leg feels a little bit dead or a little bit numb. Just notice and know that we will do the other side. One more breath. Good, pushing down to lift yourself back up. We'll rebend into this right leg. Take that left foot, tuck the toes under, and then take your right foot back towards the back of the mat. Then we can take the hips up into down dog and give the hips a little wiggle. We definitely need to get into that left side. So left knee to left wrist. Left foot towards the right wrist, but don't take it too high up because we want to catch hold of the toe with the hand. Yeah. So if you know that the twist was too much on the other side, then just walk your hand straight out. You can take your right arm towards the left side. You could rest your head on a block if you wanted to. And then take the left hand behind your back. See where it gets to. Can you hook your thumb and your first finger around your big toe? And use the back of your right arm to help you twist, as well as pulling on the foot. You're breathing in, expanding into the twist. And breathing out, relaxing into the twist. Perhaps that wave taking a different direction now. Maybe you can imagine the pathway like going through some rocks and puddles while you're in this twist. It's the spine providing the rocks, the twist providing the puddles. And then release. So I'm going to bring your hands back up, left hand next to the left knee, right hand underneath the right shoulder. You're tucking the toes over, and you're just going to bring your left knee to your right wrist. And you lower the outer left leg on the floor. You might want to put the block there, that can help. And then bring the forearms to the center of the mat. Your right knee is on the floor, yeah, toes untucked. If you are not using the block, then maybe you can take those arms out in front. Then try and sink into the outer left thigh, trying to draw your right hip towards the floor. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a different, definitely different to your normal pigeon. Try pushing into the outer left ankle. Yeah, see how that changes it. Try and push down through your right hip. And take one more breath. Nice, guys. We'll bring the hands back underneath you. You're going to lift up the right hip and straighten the right leg, and then straighten the left leg. So you're again in this wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lift yourself up tall, and then exhale, just fold it forwards. Hopefully that left leg feels a little bit more alive now. We will get the circling of that hip in, don't worry. Remembering if it's hunched, if it feels hunched, then lift yourself up taller. Nice, Joan, that's it. Pulsing is good. One more breath. And then lift yourself right back up. Good, we're going to rebend into the left leg, tucking under those right toes. And you can have the right knee on the floor, just take the left knee back to meet the right. And then we'll extend that left leg back. It should feel a little bit different now since you've already done all the opening. And we'll do the little circles now with that left foot. But definitely still need some movement here in that left ankle. Weight moving through the fingertips and that heel pushing back. And then take the circle the other way. Nice, and then you can lift the left leg up, bend the knee, squeeze the heel in, and you should feel confident now to make the most of this. See how big a circle you can make. How much is the right leg supporting this movement? Yeah, that right hip staying strong for the left. And circle it the other way. Bring your left knee into your nose, left foot next to the left hand. Slide the back leg away, come onto your fingertips and draw the chest forwards. That's it, nice. Good, take a breath in. On those fingertips, see if you can lift and curl the chest up. Good, you're going to come back onto your right leg, catch hold of your block, pop the block underneath your left hip and sit down onto the block. Now, if this is too much, just stay here in a runner's lunge, yeah? This is nice, so if you can drop the hip onto the block. Inhale, draw the chest forwards by pushing the fingertips into the floor. And then exhale, fold over that left leg. Inhale, draw the chest forwards. Feel that wave move into your hamstring. Exhale and fold. Okay, so if your hip isn't on the block, you're up here in that runner's lunge. Maybe your hands are on the block. One more breath. Good. Walk your hands forwards. Bring your right knee back, your left knee onto the floor. Left foot. So it's like you're coming into pigeon again. Left foot towards the right wrist. But this time, bring your right knee into the outer left ankle. You can come onto your fingertips and draw your chest forwards. Try and send the sit bones up to the sky. So it's a little bit awkward. That's it. Good, Karen. You will get there. This is enough right here. Otherwise, you can start to tuck the tail under, push down to your left shin and bring your arms up. I like to take my hands on my hips and try and push my hips forwards there. Inhale, lift the chest up. And exhale, we'll take the arms up to the sky. Catch hold of your left wrist with the right hand and just lean over towards the right side. Yeah, and if that's all too much, your hands are here on the floor. You're trying to lift your tailbone up. One more breath. Good, coming back, taking the hands down. Slide your right leg back. Slide your left leg back. Oh, well done. You can rock forwards and back, enjoy your plank a little bit. And then lower your left knee to the floor. Bring your right foot next to your right hand. Oops, move the block out of the way. Onto your fingertips, draw the chest forwards. How's it feel there? In the front of your left hip. Inhale, try and curl the chest upwards. Good, and then you can come back onto that left leg. So again, you can stay here, flexing the right foot. Or you can take your block and sit your right hip onto the block. Yeah. So there's the option, you're here. Inhale, draw the chest forwards. Exhale, if you're on the block, press down to your right heel. Yeah, it's easy to hang out, but see if you can press down to that right heel here. Yeah, maybe you're up here. Lovely, guys. Well done. Wiggle your way into it and then settle into it. Breathing in, filling yourself up. Breathing out, relaxing into it. Awesome, guys. So you're going to come back onto that right leg. Bring your right knee to your right wrist, right foot towards the left wrist. You can feel that awkwardness already, but bring your left ankle into the back of your right ankle. I like to move that left foot over to the right side just to support me a bit. So come onto your fingertips and draw your chest forwards. How does that feel there? Think sit bones up to the sky. To come up to standing, tuck the tail under. Walk your hands towards your knees, push down to your right shin and bring your hands onto your hips. How much can you tuck under to push the thighs forwards, push the hips forwards, lift the chest up, and then take your arms up. You catch hold of your right wrist and we lean over towards the left side. Breathe into the awkwardness. And then making your way back carefully. Think sit bones up to the sky as you lower the hands down. Nice, guys. Slide the left leg back, tuck the toes, and then slide your right leg back. Lower the knees to the floor, and then let the elbows brush the rib cage as you lower yourself down onto the mat. Draw your shoulders back, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Doesn't have to be high. And maybe you can just rock from side to side here. Just exploring that, maybe doing little shoulder rolls. And then lowering yourself all the way back down. Push through your hands and then take your hips back into child's pose. Relax tummy, chest, head. Forehead down. How does this feel now? Long breath in. Long breath out. Good. Roll your way back up. Nice. Fall onto any side and take both legs out in front. Okay, now bring the soles of the feet together. You're going to need your strap now. So you've linked your strap, so you've got a very big circle. And keep hold of the strap in front of you as you take the strap around your back. You're going to have the metal bit just on the side of your feet. Hook it over the top of your feet. Now maybe you need more room like I do, so you can shuffle forwards. And you're going to lay back. First of all, though, tighten the strap. So you can squeeze it up and tighten it. You want the strap just around your lower back there. Have this handy because you can make the feet tighter or closer in towards you as you open up. Yeah, so you should feel the strap around your back and around your hip bones. And then you can start to lean back. Rest the block underneath your shoulder blades. Find a comfortable place there. It might take a bit of wiggling to get there. Good. And then if you feel like you need a little bit more, you can pull on the strap, bringing the feet closer towards the hips. And the bag strapped around the lower back should help you to feel like you're opening up the hips a little bit more and supporting your back. Now, if this is really uncomfortable for you, come up, take it out, take it off, and then just hook the strap over your feet, and that's enough. You can then just pull the strap towards you with your feet. Take the arms up and over your head if that suits, or they can be down by the side. You know, if it feels like that you're really hovering in space, then it's maybe better just to bring them down by your sides, or maybe just have them palms flat down by your hips. But once you get there, once you get comfortable, let your eyes close. And maybe visualize yourself at the shore edge, the sea edge. You can choose your favorite beach. Use your imagination. Maybe it's a made-up beach that you haven't found yet. Or it can be any other location that's just an option. It's nice if there's water there. Maybe you can just visualize yourself watching the sea wash in and wash out. And the longer that you sit there, watching, visualizing, imagining the scene, you start to work out the rhythm of the waves. And then match your breathing with that rhythm. So the inhale, the waves washing up. And then there's that pause at the top of the inhale while the water creeps the last little bit forwards. And as you exhale, the waves washing out. And the pause at the bottom is when the waves go to their furthest part. Allow yourself just to get lost in this shape and in that visualization. And you know, sometimes it doesn't work, so you can just let it go and just be here. But if it's something that helps you, keep going. Keep visualizing, keep imagining, and let the breath flow with that visualization. You might find your body opens up and you can pull on the strap so it gets a little bit tighter. Take this few moments to surrender into this shape. I heard a lovely quote yesterday, which I spoke about in the first class this morning. That imagination isn't a place to escape to. Imagination is a place where you find your truest self, or the truest of anything. As you lie here in this shape, maybe visualizing, maybe imagining, what do you find there, if anything? What's your true nature, your true self? Two more of your slowest breaths. Let the strap take over. Allow it to support you while you relax. One more breath. So you can bring your hands down if they're above your head, and hopefully you can reach hold of the metal part and just give yourself a bit of slack to pull on the metal part. Or do what you need to do to kind of come out. You can let the strap come out off the feet. And then just roll onto the right side. You can keep the strap around your lower back there and roll off the block. You can use your hands to come up to seated. That's it. Just sit where it's comfortable for you. And you've got the strap around your lower back still. So have a go at this. See how you find it. Take the strap now. You've got it's quite wide, so you can lift it over your head. So it's around your shoulders, like you've got a satchel on. And then you can pull on the strap, make it tighter. And have it so it's not right up on the middle of your neck, so it's like a shirt's collar. That's it. And then just keep pulling on the strap. So you should feel it supporting your lower back, almost where the block was, maybe a little bit higher, and also drawing your shoulders back. Yeah, so try and slump forwards, and you can feel the strap stretch. Yeah. So then draw the shoulders back, maybe make it a little bit tighter. Okay, make sure the metal bit's not hurting you. So you can rest your hands on your knees and let your eyes close, and try and almost lift up into where you feel the strap. So up into your lower part of the neck and into the middle or the upper middle part of your back. Imagine that you're drawing yourself up and back over the lower strap there. Inhale, feel the chest expand. Feel the middle back lifting up through your chest. Feel the restriction of the strap as you breathe in. And exhale, work on drawing your shoulders back. And let your right ear fall towards the right shoulder. And that's it. And where you can feel the strap there across your left shoulder, try and draw down. Big breath in. As you breathe in, feel the strap. Yeah, feel where you're breathing into. And as you breathe out, try and feel the strap get less tight because you're drawing everything back to the center. You can let the head bob forwards and bob back. Imagine you wore this all day long, especially when you're on a laptop or driving. It totally change everything. Then bring the head back to the center, lower your left ear towards the left shoulder, right shoulder pressing down the back. Breathing in, expanding into the strap, feeling the restrictions. And breathing out, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. So you'll feel less restriction as you get smaller within the strap. And you can let the head bob forwards and bob back. Good. Bringing the head back to the center, just lift the chin up to the sky. Maybe you feel tired just trying to hold yourself within the strap. So just an indication of your posture and how difficult it is or how much work you need to do to be in correct posture. So just acknowledging and accepting that. And then bringing the chin to the chest. Yeah, keep lifting, keep drawing the shoulders back. Feel the upper body lifting up. It's almost like the chest is lifting up to the chin. Lifting the head back up, you can release the strap. Yeah, so you just pull on the metal bit. Try not to panic. And then let the strap go. And then you can hunch forwards and feel the difference. Well done, guys. So you've got your feet crossed, right foot in front of the left. Last few things. Just walk your hands forwards now. Enjoy your warm, nice open hips. Yeah. Stretch out where you felt the strap, reaching the hands as far forwards as you can. Big breath into the body now with no restrictions of the strap, of tightness, of stress. Walking your hands back, just bring the other foot in front. So inhale, push down to lift up, and then exhale again, just walk your way forwards. Okay, what parts of your body can you feel on the mat? Yeah, apart from your sit bones and your ankles, maybe you can feel the outer legs. Yeah, maybe you can feel your belly on your feet. Maybe feel the palms of the hands, maybe the elbows. Just looking, just observing, just seeing where you're at. And then walking the hands back towards the knees, coming down onto your back. Take the block with you. You can have your legs as they are, so the one foot on the floor and the other foot in to the pelvis. You're going to have the block for your head. So you can take the block and put it on its high edge, so that that's it. You can feel the bottom part on the block, and make sure it's flat on the floor. And you don't want this on your head so much, but just above the neck, on the occiput, just where that knobbly bit is in the back of your head. You might feel like you've got a bit of a double chin, which probably means you're in the right place. So you can reach the hands towards the knees. If the feet are uncomfortable or legs are uncomfortable, you can change that. You can have the legs out in front. But with your palms faced up, draw the shoulders away from the ears and then just relax into the stretch. If you like, just let the head rock from side to side, massaging there, releasing tension, tightness. This feels too intense, so you can turn the block onto its lower edge. And then just find center, let your eyes close, let your jaw relax, and notice how that changes here with the jaw relaxed. It means your mouth will open slightly. Just let the breath flow. No awareness or no muscles working as such. Just let gravity do its job. Now, if you need to extend your legs, you can. If the visualization of the sea and you sat on the seashore watching the waves was helpful to keep you here, to keep you within your bodies and within your minds, then use that again. If you can just be here in stillness and in peace, then that's also good. Settle in and surrender. A few more moments. I think it's fair to say that not only is imagination a great place to escape to, but it is also a place where you will find your truest self. And those dreams that you dream of happening are plans in the making. Those dreams that are in your imagination are probably your best plans just waiting to hatch. Anything is possible once you've dreamed it, once you've dreamed it up. You're welcome to stay in this shape as long as you need, or you could start to just lift the head, take the block away, lower the head back down onto the mat. You could bring your knees up if they're still crossed and take your legs out to the front of the mat. Do a lovely full body stretch, big yawn into everything. Now for the last time, just bringing your knees into your chest, we'll hug them in. Just give it a little squeeze before you can roll over onto the right side. And again, coming back up to seated for the last time. You bring your palms together, thumbs into your chest bone, eyes closed, face relaxed. So breathe in and feel your chest rise into your thumbs. And then open your mouth and exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for taking the time to come today. I hope you feel better for it. Namaste. Have a lovely rest of the day. I hope the strap was helpful. Helped you to just relax your body a little bit more with support. We shall see you soon.